It's 2025 and this is the first San Diego Market Matters of the year. Without further ado, let's jump into this. If you are eyeing the San Diego real estate market as we step into 2025, hold that thought because the game may have just changed. With the Federal Reserve's latest bombshell on interest rates and some unique seasonal twists, understanding these shifts could be your key to making smarter real estate decisions this year, especially in the first quarter. So stick around and I'll dive into what's brewing in the real estate market and how it affects your home buying and selling strategies. Some big changes are here in the 2025 San Diego real estate scene. New laws are set to shake up everything from security deposits to how rental payments can affect your credit score. I'll dive into what these changes mean for you, whether you're a renter, a landlord, or someone looking to buy or sell. All this covered here in this week's San Diego Market Matters, and I'm Karl, your San Diego realtor. If you appreciate the information I provide in these videos almost every week, consider subscribing to the channel and liking this video. And if you're thinking of selling or buying here in San Diego, check out the link I have in the description below where you can schedule a meeting with me so we can discuss your goals and how I can help you achieve them. Or you're welcome to call me directly on my cell. That's how most people do it. That number should be in the description below as well. Quick check-in, interest rates closed out last week at 7.1%. Inflation is reading at 2.4%, which is now being interpreted as a slight uptrend in inflation. Unemployment is still really low, reporting at 4.2%. Bottom line, recent reports will make it seem like the slight uptrends in inflation and unemployment are signs of a crashing market, but these upticks are minimal. Now let's get into what's happening in the financial markets and how it intersects with our local real estate scene here in San Diego. Specifically, we're looking at the Federal Reserve's latest moves and the seasonal trends we expect as we step into the first quarter of 2025. Jerome Powell in the latest FOMC meeting threw us a bit of a curveball. While inflation shows signs of resurging and the labor market remains reasonably strong, the Fed has decided to cut rates only twice in 2025. This is a scaling back from earlier projections of 4 cuts. Now, if we look back to 2023, the Fed had proposed to cut 6 times in 2024, but ended up only delivering on 3 of those. This pattern tells us that while the Fed's guidance is insightful, it's not set in stone. Their actions really depend on economic indicators like unemployment and inflation trends as they play out throughout the year. With this announcement, mortgage rates reacted by ticking upward, now hovering just above 7%. Now remember, the high of 2024 was 7.52% back in April, with the low of 6.11% in September. This volatility in rates is a critical reminder for anyone in the market. Be ready, get qualified, keep your eyes peeled for the right opportunity, and remember, you can always refinance later if rates improve after you buy. Looking at the San Diego market specifically, expect a bit of a slow start to the year. Inventory tends to stagnate in January and into February, but things usually start to pick up by mid-February to March. For buyers, this could be an advantageous time to enter the market. While options might be fewer, lower competition could mean better deals if the right property pops up for you. If you're a seller, this could be a real opportunity for your home to shine against less competing inventory. Now, as for mortgage rates, rates are expected to remain around 7% initially, pending further economic data, particularly on the labor market and PCE core inflation. For those of you unfamiliar, PCE core inflation is a measure the Federal Reserve uses to assess price movements across the range of goods and services, excluding food and energy, which are the most volatile. Core PCE is the metric the Feds measure inflation with, which is why it's so important to watch. The next FOMC, Federal Open Market Committee meeting, is slated for January 28th and 29th, where they're expected to hold the Fed funds rate steady as per the CME Fed Watch tool. It's crucial to remember that the Fed funds rate does not directly dictate mortgage rates. Instead, it's more of a barometer for the broader economic direction, which in turn influences through mechanisms like the 10-year treasury and mortgage bonds. As we look ahead, all signs point to a positive outlook for the local market. Inventory is expected to rise, and while prices are also anticipated to climb, the growth should be much more moderate compared to the frenzied pace of recent years. This sets the stage for what could be a very dynamic year to 2025. If you want to get a full forecast breakdown, check out my video on the 2025 forecast from all the major players in the real estate scene. Now let's jump into the new laws affecting 2025. 2025 is bringing a slew of new legislation that could impact your decisions in the real estate market. From rental agreements to building opportunities, understanding these laws will keep you ahead of what is going on legally when navigating the market. First on the list, Bill 2801. This new law puts a cap on security deposits and demands landlords to provide clear proof before retaining any part of these deposits post move out. If you're a renter, this means it's more crucial than ever to document the state of your rental through photos or videos when you move in. This change aims to make disputes over deposits more transparent and fair, reducing unexpected costs when moving out. A good practice is to gather whatever video or pictures you take and to email them to your property management company or landlord. Then save that email so it's easily accessible for the day you move out. At which point, hopefully you and I will be working together to help you get into your first home purchase. If you're a landlord, make sure you or your property manager is properly documenting the condition for your rental prior to signing a lease with a new tenant. This will allow you to keep the security deposit and pursue additional costs for damages if needed. Next up, Bill 2747. Ever thought your timely rent payments should help you build your credit? Well, now they can. This law allows rental payment history to be included in your credit score, providing a new way for renters to strengthen their financial profiles. This is a big win for landlords. And if you're a landlord, this means you have access to a more accurate picture of potential tenants' reliability, moving beyond past landlord references, which may not always tell the whole story, especially if that landlord wants that tenant out of their property ASAP. Hey, real quick, let me tell you about this credit card. It's the BILT credit card. I believe it's by Wells Fargo. With this credit card, you can actually make your rent payments really, really easy. You just go into the app, there's a checking account number and a routing number, and you can send your monthly rent payment to your landlord, your property manager, from a proxy checking account that's established with this card. So why do that with a credit card? Well, two reasons. One, it helps to establish and track a credit score. So as you're making these payments, why not allow your credit to build and benefit from them? In addition, the BILT credit card also gives you points. Now, there is a stipulation. You have to run 5 total transactions in the month for every month that you pay rent on it, but that's really, really easy to do. Just go and charge your gas or a couple of little items here and there. But imagine paying $3,000 a month in rent and getting 3,000 points for it. Now, don't get me wrong, the points that you're gonna collect on this aren't gonna be huge and monumentally impacting. But if you can collect these points and build them up over a long period of time, you could transfer those points out of the BILT credit card into another platform where you can use them maybe to pay for your flights on your next vacation, which means less money coming out of your checking account or your savings. Or maybe you can build up these points and use them to pay your rent sometime down the road, keeping more money in your pocket, which you'll continue to save for the down payment on your next home. Now, I have an affiliate link in the description below. Full transparency, it is an affiliate link. If you decide to sign up for the BILT credit card through that affiliate link for me, I get a $2,500 point referral. At least that's what it is at the time of this video. If you don't want to contribute to me at all, that's fine. Just Google BILT MasterCard, I think it is, credit card, and sign up on your own. I don't see any sign up bonuses. Otherwise, I would be deferring you to that. But if you want to support me and support the channel and support the fact that I brought this to your attention, then check out the description in the link below. Now, more than ever, it's important to keep an eye on your credit score if you are a renter or if you are a landlord, to investigate what a credit score is for a future tenant. Bill 611 addresses rental payments made by check, prohibiting landlords from charging any fees for this payment method. This is a win for tenants who prefer or need to use checks instead of digital payments, making it easier and cheaper to stick to traditional payment methods. This also lends well if you are using the BILT card to make your payment while taking advantage of its points award system. Now, not directly a housing law, but certainly impactful. 2025 also sees the minimum wage in San Diego rise to $16.50 per hour, up 50 cents, with even higher rates for fast food workers. This increase will likely affect entry-level renters' affordability, potentially increasing the tenant pool with more disposable income for rents, and possibly pushing up demand in certain market segments. Revisiting some recent legislative changes around accessory dwelling units, or ADUs, which we've discussed before. California is now making it easier and cheaper to add these units to properties. Laws like AB 2533 and SB 1211 have simplified the process by reducing bureaucracy and fees, especially if no new infrastructure is needed. SB 1211 allows more units to be built on multifamily lots not to exceed 8 total units. And AB 2533 simplifies the process of legalizing existing unpermitted units, ensuring they can be integrated into the legal housing market without needing to meet stringent and often expensive requirements of current building codes. Instead of requiring a full compliance upgrade, inspections will now focus primarily on health and safety. These changes aim to boost housing availability without the high cost traditionally associated with new build. For San Diego, this could mean more rental options, but also more neighborhood density, something to consider if you're looking to buy. These laws are designed to address a variety of challenges in the housing market, from affordability to legal clarity. Their impact is obviously to be determined, but what do you think so far of these new laws? Are there any potential drawbacks you're worried about? If so, drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm eager to hear how you think these new laws will reshape our local market. And that's a wrap for this week's San Diego Market Matters video. If you found this information valuable, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel for the weekly updates on the San Diego real estate market. And if you're considering on buying or selling property here in San Diego, don't hesitate to reach out to me for expert guidance tailored to your needs. As always, I'm Karl, your San Diego realtor. I'll see you next video.